although it's been on the night we launched this show, we launched with an 8-hour election special, and then at the end of that episode, we were quite despondent because it did look, even if you were allowing the mail-in votes to be in favour of Biden, it did look like Trump might have pulled it off. It turned out not at all. Everybody did what they were told. Trump asked everyone to vote in person, and Biden said mail-in because of COVID, and they did, and he got 80 or 90% of the vote. Now, has the right now? We're about on the 14th of December, the Electoral College meets and they decide who literally is the President of the United States. And we know who that is because they've certified the votes. We know what votes are going to be put there. But Trump is still fighting it. Now, have the right wing in the media accepted this?
Good evening. Given that many in the media and Democrats in general are anticipating a Biden administration, we thought we would start a special feature, news you can use, and we will unravel the Biden economic plan and introduce you to key members of the Biden administration, as many are anticipating a Biden administration. And at this point, I should tell you, I'm just kidding with you. I'm not going to do that stuff because it's not over, not by a long shot. All right, folks? Yes. Quit now? Hell no. You know, I keep hearing this from people in my life, friends, some family, and even people in the news business who say, oh, it really seems like Joe is going to pull this out. Maybe you should start, planning accordingly. You know what I told them? I'm a Marine. And I remember the Marines who came before me, the ones on Iwo Jima. They were fighting the Japanese. Okay, now could you imagine if those Marines started talking to themselves? This island is awfully close to Japan, and, they were here first, and, maybe we should just, learn Japanese culture and, Japanese cuisine and, just in case we don't pull this one off. If they did that, they would have lost, okay? You know what I'm getting at here? Can't think like that right now because despite the media blackout, there is evidence, and it is accumulating. The media, the fact that they're not telling you about what happened today is evidence in and of itself that they know there's evidence that could undo this thing. The president was on fire tonight. He did a special speech released on social media. The networks didn't carry it. Scant mention of it right now on the internet. But for 45 minutes, he made the case that this thing was stolen. He was very effective. And he made the case that more than fighting for himself, he's fighting for the country right now.
This election is about great voter fraud. Fraud that has never been seen like this before. It's about poll watchers who were not allowed to watch. So illegal. It's about ballots that poured in, and nobody but a few knew where they came from. But they were counted, and they weren't for me.
Much more. Continue.
These irregularities are inexplicable unless there is a deliberate effort to accept ineligible ballots or fraudulent ballots.
It goes on.
What I'm saying now will be demeaned and disparaged, but that's okay. I just keep on going forward because I'm representing 74 million people, and in fact, I'm also representing all of the people that didn't vote for me.
He went on for 45 minutes, and all of it was fascinating. We don't have enough time to show you the entire speech. You can find it on Facebook. And he makes the case, and he got into some real details about Pennsylvania, about Michigan, about Detroit, stories that he's heard, testimony that has been made. It's all there. And if you weren't convinced before, you might be convinced after you hear the president speak. Right now, he doesn't have too many powerful people sticking up for him. He's got lawyers, he's got the people, but he doesn't have too many powerful allies. He has some, but not many. They miscalculated all over again because the president is at his best when everything and everyone is against him. Not everyone, we're with him, but you know what I mean.
It's difficult to put into words, isn't it, how messed up this situation is. You have a situation where the wrong person won the presidency. He became president. He wasn't up to the job. He was a dishonest crook. He has been nothing other than a bully and a crude individual during the 4 years that he's been in there. And now he set up this when he didn't think he was going to win the first election. He said, it's all fixed, and then when he won, apparently it wasn't fixed and it was great, and now he's redone it again. And everybody on that frame of thinking has gone along with this. I mean, just because you're right-wing, just because you're a conservative, a Republican, it doesn't mean you shouldn't recognise an asshole who's lying to you when they come along.
It was an experiment once that went wrong. Absolutely went wrong.
He took the party
over.
I got
told today, because why did you cover so much American politics regarding Trump? Because it's over there, it's over. But what the British people don't realise is what's going on there. And a wannabe dictator nearly changed America forever.
He has changed America for a long time. Not forever, but he's changed it.
If he got through this time, through his dealings...
If he'd have done it this time, it would be over. It would be game over, because then it's normal. His behaviour and his rhetoric becomes normalised. However, the fact that he's been rebuked, and yes, it was closer than I'm happy with. Yeah. There shouldn't be 70 million people voting for this dickhead.
Again, the internet.
Thank you for watching. I'm impressed. You've passed the IQ test and got this far, so let's press that button to do the last thing that helps us. It's got subscribe on it, you can't miss it, and please ring the bell for notifications of future videos.